Hello, how are we all? Let's get rid of that noise in the background because it will drive me absolutely bonkers. Here I am, no filter, no nothing. Look at all them freckles. I've not long ago since had a bath, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to come on and share something with you. So here we go. So if you don't already know me, my name's Catherine Wright, and I am becoming a better version of myself. That is where I want to be in life. And along that journey, I am helping other people, ladies being one, to feel exactly the same. Because sadly, in the world that we live in, people who have been through trauma or are single parents or anything like that are classed as broken family, broken person. Oh, she's got loads of baggage. I am here to tell you that that is bullshit. I hope that they actually knew that bit because I didn't mean to swear, but it come in my head. Like, we are far from broken, far from broken. I've had trauma in my life several different times. Let's get this computer right. I feel like I'm all over the place. Yeah, so I've had trauma in my life a few times, and I believed I was that trauma. I kind of brought other trauma on, if that makes sense. So I was, oh, it was just me. Always happens to me, always me. That was the mindset that I was in, and that carried on for years. I'm not talking about a couple of months, years of me feeling that, that is just what happens to me. End of. But it's not. It's freaking not. Like, how mad am I? Maybe I am the only person that thought, it's just me, it happens to me. God only gives you what you can manage, all that crap. But guess what? That's not at all. Now, let me tell you something. From being a very young girl, I've always been interested in the woo-woo stuff. What people say, there's no such things as ghosts, there's no such things as this, there's no such things as that. Well, I've always been really, really interested in it. And do you know what? This is crazy. I'm going to admit it. But there's an OK magazine, Kane wasn't born, Jess was born. So it will be 24 years ago. I need to see if I can get hold of it. But there's an OK magazine of where they came out and did a story with the priest who blessed our house. There you go. Never told anybody that, not lively anyway. So I need to get the OK magazine. I need to find out if I can find it or buy it, and I can show you that, because there was something in that house, and the priest believed there was something in that house. He came and blessed my house on several occasions. We all slept in one room, me and the kids. Like, it was a big 3-bedroomed house that I had. I wasn't there long. Not at all. As soon as I could rent another property, I was gone. Simple. In the end, it was 2 gentlemen that came from Liverpool. Now, I can't remember what they're called, to be fair with you. Lots happened since then, but they came from Liverpool, and what they do is they worked with police, and when there was a train crash or a plane crash or something like that, they would sense where the people that had passed away were. And that's what they did for a living. And they actually reached out to me and said, we need to come and see your house. We need to see what's going on. You've got children there. We are worried about you. And I was like, okay, you can do. No worries. So they came this one day, and they came in, and they just felt it straight away. Basically, they just felt it straight away. They did a few things upstairs in the bedroom where I believed was just felt weird, and they said, right, so whatever it was they had got rid of, and it was no longer there, and that was that. I moved out. That was the end of that story. And from then on, I've always looked at doing card readings. I always go and have my cards read or whatever, and they always say at the end, you don't really need us to tell you what's going on, because you can read them yourself. And I'm like, no, I can't. Like, yeah, you can, girl. You can presence, if you can sense the presence of things. You see things people don't see. And I was like, no. And then I went to another lady, and she was like, why don't you just have a look yourself? And I was like, no. And then we went to an evening. This was when I was married, and I worked in the chippy. in Middleton, and we all went out for a Korean medium night. All of us. There was quite a lot of us actually, because the family came as well. So it was a load of women. Anyway, so they were all getting readings, they were all getting card readings, they were all getting all sorts of readings. And I didn't get any, none at all, which was like, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. This is the real me. So I was like, why didn't I get one? So I just had a word with the lady who had like sorted it all out and said, do you know what? I'm the only one out of all of you that's not had a reading. I don't know what's up. So she went and spoke to them, and when they came back, they said we wouldn't be willing to do you a reading. And the reason for that is what you're going through at home, you need to get out of, because it will be a body bag. Can you imagine what my face was like? I literally went home and woke him up and told him what they could see. Like, I must have been freaking mad to wake him up and tell him that. But yeah, they wouldn't do me a reading. So yeah, I've always kind of known about it, but always been scared of it. Always been completely scared of it. I have like feelings down my back in the night, and it used to always scare me that I could feel somebody. And when I went to a reading years ago, she said, you know what, that's them reaching out to you. That's them, coming into your space and telling you that they need your help for something, to speak to somebody, whatever. She said, but if you don't want to, just literally say, not tonight. I don't want to do this tonight. And that is exactly what I would say. I can't believe I'm admitting all of this now. There's no getting away from this now. No, not at all. I'm being really, really honest with you guys. So yeah, I've had a life of that. Oh, I forgot to tell you as well, when I was probably about 12. Was it 12? Was I younger? No, I was younger, because I still had this massive doll that I loved. So I must have been younger. We went away on holiday, me and my mum and my dad. Was my brother born? No, my brother wasn't born. So I must have been under 9. Anyway, so we went on holiday, and I remember it as if it was yesterday. We went to Weston-super-Mare in the caravan, and we stayed for the long weekend, which was, we did Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We came home on Tuesday, and when we come home, it was horrific. My sister had thrown this massive party. Oh, she watches this and laughs. My sister had this massive party. There were beer bottles upside down in the garden, and my sister had done a Ouija board in the house, and the glass had smashed. The glass had come off and smashed in that back bedroom. I should have told you this at the beginning, shouldn't I? And again, the priest had to come out, bless the house, and my dad was like, I'm gonna go and sleep in that back room, girls, come on, like, don't be so scared. So he went in the back room to sleep, and 20 minutes later he came back in the bedroom and said, can't do it, cannot do it. So we did have a lot of work done in that back room by the priests and stuff, but I never went in there. And you know what, to this day now, when I think about it, like, I still won't go in that room now. So it's crazy, isn't it, that over the years things have happened to me in a woo-woo kind of sense. I don't know whether it is because I went through trauma, or is it because when I was really, really tiny, probably 3 or 4 or 5, there was a little pond at the back of our house, and me and my 2 sisters used to go and get a stick with a piece of string on and like think we were fishing in this tiny little pond. That's where we got our frog spawn from, everything. And my sister pushed me in. Now, I remember drowning. I remember floating and the water being above me, but it was peaceful. It was so peaceful, and I could see the sun and I could see the sky. And then I just remember being yanked out by these, I would have said, teenagers, and I was okay. I was fine. So I don't know what it is. You can tell me. Anyway, I've got a mindset coach, and she's freaking amazing. So if you are looking for some help in trauma or finding who you really are, getting over some of the things that have stuck with you, let me know and I'll pass you on to her. She's incredible. But one of the things she gave me the confidence to do is tarot. Can you believe that? So I've started reading tarot. I've been reading them now for a couple of months, not really for anybody else. I know the kids have asked me and I've done a little bit for them, but more for myself, really. And, you know, I'm just about to do a reading because I want to know what my week's going to be like. And I can't just pick up a card and go, yeah, you've got this. I'm not at that point of it yet. Remember, this is not to read for other people. This is just for me to see what's going on. So whether you believe in woo-woo or you don't believe in woo-woo, look at them instances across my life that have definitely happened. And if you've got a priest come out to your house, then come on, they obviously believe it. Obviously. As I've got older, I understand different things. Like, I used to think that death was the end, that it would be scary and I'd be all alone and I'd feel like this, but I won't feel like anything because I really believe that I am a spirit and this is my meat suit. This is the meat suit that got chose for me. And when the body dies, the spirit doesn't. The spirit carries on. And you know what? Maybe I'll pop in somebody else's body and ride that meat suit. Won't remember though, will I? But anyway, I think that is just about enough woo-woo for you guys. But the point of this was to share some really intimate things that I've not shared with anybody. In fact, I didn't even think I was going to. I kind of went off on the wrong way. I've not done my hair. I've not got no filters. I'm like, I'm going to do this raw. I'm going to show them the me, the real me. And this is the real me. Aha. Do I need my hair doing? No, not yet. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and read my tarot and see what the week has got in store for me. You can really change your life, you know. You really can. You don't have to be that person that you think you are. I had a belief that my mum and dad were working class, worked really hard. We were on holiday. We had 2 cars. We had our own house. You know, they worked really hard. And I believed that was me for the rest of my life because of how they were. I'm telling you now, it's not. It's not. I am on this planet for much more than just working a 9 to 5 and coming home with a paycheck. So keep tuned. I am going to be sharing some really intimate things as we go on over the weeks and helping lots of other ladies who have been going through trauma or they're in business and they're struggling because they've got no belief. I am here to be able to pass you on to them people that will help that. And obviously we do have a group called The Circle, which you can go into. It is like-minded women who have been through trauma or who are mums and it's hard. We are just normal and you can go in there. So if you do want to go in there, I will pop a link in the bottom and you can just pop yourself in. So have an amazing week. I may share what my week will hold and take care. You are all incredible and I am going to tell you